Okay. Hi students. Good afternoon. Hope all of you are good and busy with your studies. Are you excited about your annual exam? But I have no worries at all because I'm sure you'll obtain good marks or full marks. Okay. Then I know your doubt. You're doubting why teacher is here to interfere our studies, no? Don't worry. I'm here only to help you in your annual exam. Let us analyze the questions for your annual exam. So most expected question, no? Okay, you have already gone through the model exam paper, right? Okay, so you are familiar with your questions, and our question pattern has already changed, that you know very well. And there are a lot of questions now. Instead of 80 marks questions, we are now having 160 marks questions, right? Okay, choices are many and you can select up as you like. Okay, then there is up to 60% of questions from your focus area and 40% from your non-focus area. So please go through the all chapters, then only you can attend confidently the full questions. Okay, let us consider how is the distribution of marks, right? Okay, then the distribution of marks comes like this. For 1 mark question, there will be a given comprehensive passage. And based on that comprehensive passage, you have to give answers. Write only one sentence for the 1 mark question. Don't write more because it's just wasting your time. Don't spend more time. You never get more marks in it. Okay. Then, so just write one sentence or one phrase for 1 marks questions. Then comes 2 marks questions. Just write 2 or 3 sentences. That's enough. You'll get the full mark. Okay. Then comes 4 marks questions. Just write half page. Right. Then comes 5 marks question. You can only give the answers on full page. Okay. Right. And then comes 8 marks, I think 6 marks question is there. And you write only 1.5 page. That's enough. And comes 8 marks question that you have to write 2 marks or 2 pages or 2.5 pages. It's enough. Okay. Just like that your answers accordingly, according to your marks distribution, right? Then because you won't waste time by writing more on the questions. Okay, otherwise it will be wasting of time. Okay, then let us come to first session, that as already stated that it will be a comprehensive passage, right? Then the first question is for 1 mark and it will test your accuracy and your comprehension. So please go through the passage attentively, then write the answers. And then comes there is 4 lines or a stanza from your textbook. The earliest passage, that is the before given passage, first question maybe from your textbook or an unknown passage, but this lines then should be from your textbook. Okay, then there will be 1 mark question from that. Sometimes it may be asked to write figure of speech that is used in the lines, and maybe the devices used, okay, or the themes. Okay, then come to next type, that is the 2 marks questions. For that, the question may be asked from grammar parts. Okay, we have already gone through the grammar types of questions, and let us check whether there is any unfamiliar grammar part for you. Okay, then let us go through the first question from 2 marks question. Okay, fill in the blanks using the appropriate cohesive device from the ones given in the brackets. All the assignments should be submitted on time. They will not be evaluated. Okay, there is a filling the blank part, and there you can select from the option the right word, right cohesive device, right? All the assignments should be submitted on time. They will not be evaluated. That means that is the consequence of the first sentence, right? So which is the cohesive device that is more suitable here to show the after effect or the consequence of the first sentence? All the assignments should be submitted on time, otherwise they will not be evaluated. The correct answer here is otherwise. What's it? Otherwise, right? So you can choose the correct answer. I'm sure you are right. Then next comes the second question. The price of petrol has gone up considerably in the last few years. The sale of cars has not seen any decrease. Even though there is the price of petrol there, but the sale of cars not decreased. And there shows the exam options are given there in the bracket in addition to therefore, however. Which is the correct one? Which do you think the correct option? The price of petrol has gone up considerably in the last few years. However, the sale of cars has not seen any decrease. So the correct answer is however. What's it? However. Okay, then the third question. Cycling is a good exercise. It helps you to save money. So what is the cohesive device most suitable there? However, moreover, consequently. Cycling is a good exercise. Moreover, you are right. Moreover, it helps you to save money. Okay, you are correct. Such questions will be asked for 2 marks question. Only one should be asked. I am giving only examples, right? Then comes next question. Okay, for then it is from reported speech. We are already familiar with the reported speech. Let us go through the question. Okay, report the following dialogue. Sudhamurthy. It's a dialogue from which lesson? Yeah, Horrigal is the right lesson. Okay, Sudhamurthy. Ratna, don't you ever tell others the secrets you hear? Ratna, I consider that to be the worst kind of cheating. So this is the dialogue between Sudhamurthy and Ratna. Okay, let us report it. And sometimes you may ask to change into indirect speech. Don't be confused, both are same. Reported speech and indirect speech. Okay, so you can change it into reported speech or in indirect speech. That means the third one, the third hearer is hearing you and he is telling to other one. That is the indirect speech. Okay, then here Sudhamurthy, Ratna, don't you ever tell others the secrets you hear? So here's given a yes or no question. Am I right? So yes or no question starts with auxiliary verb that you know very well. And here the auxiliary verb is don't you, right? Don't you ever tell others the secrets you hear? So if you are changing a given dialogue into reported speech, first of all, you have to change it and convert it into past. Okay, here it is given don't you. It is present tense that you know very well, and we have to change it into past. And don't you ever tell, and do plus tell is tell, that we know very well. And did plus tell, that is told, right? Am I right? Okay, so do plus tell is tell and did plus tell is told. So what is the past tense of do? It is did, and we can change it into told by adding it into tell, right? Okay, then so let us change it in indirect speech. Ratna, don't you ever tell others the secrets you hear? Okay, first of all, we can start like this. Sudhamurthy asked Ratna whether she ever told others the secrets she heard. Okay, then let us change it into Sudhamurthy asked Ratna whether or if. You can use whether or if there, and if don't you ever tell whether she ever told. Okay, how we get told there? Because we added did plus tell, did to tell. That's why that's how we got told there. Okay, then whether or if she ever told others the secrets she here should be converted into heard, right? The past tense of here is heard. Okay, then so the right answer is Sudhamurthy asked Ratna whether or if she ever told others the secret she heard. And what will be the reply? Ratna replied, what is it? Ratna replied that she considered that to be the worst kind of cheating, right? So that's the right answer. So I think it is clear to you. And if you are converting a sentence, a dialogue into reported speech, first of all, you have to change it into past. If it is given already in past tense, what will you do? Then you have to change it into past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. That means past perfect tense means had plus V3. That you know very well. Had plus V3. So if we are asked to write a sentence using past perfect tense, we can use had plus V3 form. Okay, had plus V3 form. So the given, if the given sentences are in past tense already, we can change it into past perfect tense. What is it? Past perfect tense. Okay. Okay, that is the question 2. And then next we have to check. These are the questions for 2 marks, right? Then complete the sentences. It is the use of conditional clauses that you know very well. If clause, it is also known as if clause. If I knew her name, I dash you. So there are 3 types of conditional clause that we have already gone through, right? So if I knew her name, I dash tell you. That is the second type of conditional clause. Okay, let us go through 3 types of or 4 types of conditional clause. Let us check it. Okay, then there is the first type is the serotype conditionals. Serotype conditionals and states scientific facts or general truth. So serotype conditionals includes scientific facts or general truth. If we are stating a general truth, we can use zero conditionals, right? And here is an example. If you heat ice, it melts. If you heat ice, it melts. So the two conditionals are in simple present tense. Simple present tense. If you heat ice, it will naturally convert into, or it will melt. Okay. Then if you heat ice, it melts. If you heat ice, it melts. Okay, it's a general truth. That's why it's stated by using simple present tense in both both clauses. Okay, if clause and main clause both are in simple present tense. This is the first type of conditionals, and then comes the second type. Okay, second type means probable conditional clause. What's it? Probable conditional clause. Probable conditional clause. Probable conditional clause. That means there is a possibility to happen. Okay, let's consider the third question. If it rains, what will happen? If it rains, we will postpone the trip. We will postpone the trip. That means in if clause we used simple present tense, and in main clause we used future tense. That means will plus V1. Will plus V1. Okay, I think it's clear to you. If it rains, we'll postpone the trip. Okay, then comes improbable conditional clause. What is it? Improbable conditional clause, right? Then let us consider the first question. If I knew her name, I dash tell you. If I knew her name, I dash tell you. Then it is the simple past tense they're used in the if clause. And there in the main clause, what will be used? Then there is would plus tell. That is it. I would tell you. Then if I knew her name, I would tell you. I would tell you. Okay. Then comes impossible conditional clause. That is the second question. Let us consider it. He could have caught the bus if he, there we can use he had started. He had started. That means if he had started early, he could have caught the bus. If he had started early, he could have caught the bus. So, the if clause is stated in past perfect tense, and we can use could plus, have plus, V3 in main clause. What's it? Could plus, could or would or anything else. Okay, modal auxiliaries. Could plus, have plus, V3 in main clause. Okay, I think it is clear to you, and if the question is asked, you can write the correct answer. Okay, then let us go to the next question. Okay, report the following dialogue, and that we have already done. Then comes our second, that is first marks question is over, second type is over, and then comes 4 marks questions. 4 marks question for you, and there will be more questions. Sometimes you have to attend only 4, but there will be 8 questions. Okay, then your class is conducting a debate on the topic walking is a noble and virtuous task. Write 2 arguments, one in favor of it and the other opposing it. Okay, it's familiar to you, I think, and let us write 2 arguments, and whether if it is asking for 4 marks question, you have to write 2 arguments in supporting and 2 arguments in opposing. Okay, right? Then Okay, what will we write if you are answering this question? Your class is conducting a debate on the topic walking is a noble and virtuous task. Okay, suppose we can write walking is an exercise that gives you good health, right? And in opposition, we can write walking just waste of time. The energy should be used for other good jobs. Okay, it is just an argument, and but we are asked to write so. Okay, and then leave it, and then comes a 4 marks question. For 4 marks question, there will be what else would be there? The interview must should be there, and you have to write 2 questions or 4 questions to interview a celebrity or a man or a person who is most honored. Okay, then let us check next question. Okay, that you can write easily. And if you are interviewing a man, what will we do? First of all, we will greet him, and it is the common expression. And then let us check whether what about his personal life and all. And if you are writing a 4 marks or attending a 4 marks question, you can write the response also. Okay, what will be the person answer to your question? Okay, then it will be an exchange. An exchange means a question and the response. A question and the response, that will be counted as 1. Okay, then you can write 4 like that. 4 exchanges, right? Then only you can get full marks, right? Then comes next question for 4 marks. There are some errors in the given passage. Errors are underlined. Edit them. Okay, it is related to subject verb agreement, that is concord, or something adjective, parts of speech, related to parts of speech. Okay, then let us go through the question. Okay, last week I have borrowed a story book from the library. How will you correct it? And I know you have already got the answer. Last week I have borrowed. Last week is itself is a past time, and while indicating a past time we can use past tense. Okay, so last week I borrowed, only I borrowed a story book from the library. It dash published in the year 2010. It published. There is an error. What's the error? Okay, it published in the year 2010. Yes, it is in the passive voice. We are not directly publishing it. We are not the publishers, or the writer is not the publisher, but the book is given importance. That means the object is given importance. That is known as passive voice, and this is here, it is passive voice. So we have to use the auxiliary verb there. So the correct answer is, it was published in the year 2010. It was published in the year 2010. Okay, then comes, I usually read humorously stories. I usually read. It is stories. Stories is a noun. Stories is a noun, not a verb. Humorously is an adverb. No, humorously is an adverb. We can't use an adverb with a noun. So we can just use adjectives with nouns. So let us change humorously, the adverb, into adjective. Okay, and it is humorous, right? It is humorous. Okay, humorous stories, only humorous stories. I know you know it very well, and you have already done it. Okay, then come to next. There was a lot of such stories in that book. What will be the error there? What is the error there? Okay, it is there were. What is it? There were a lot of such stories in that book. I think it is clear to you, and there may be questions related to tenses, subject verb agreement, and adjective, auxiliary verb, etc., etc. Okay, in our class we have already gone through all of it, and okay, leave it and comes to next question, right? Okay, there is 4 marks question to make a profile. Okay, you are already familiar with making profiles, and there is given some points that is important in a person's life. Here we are given ECG Sudarshan and his birth and all, his education, his career, who was he, contributions, etc., etc. And last, he died. Okay, first of all, we can start with his birth, and how will we write it? Dr. ECG Sudarshan, ECG Sudarshan, comma, a well-known theoretical physicist, a well-known theoretical physicist, was born on 16th September 1931, Pallam, Kerala. Okay, once more I am repeating the same sentence. So we can start the sentence profile like this. So ECG Sudarshan, comma, a well-known theoretical physicist, was born on 16th September 1931, Pallam, Kerala. Like that. Okay, I know you are very well in such type of questions. Okay, then comes next type. Okay, we are jumping to 5 marks questions. There may be 8 questions there, and we can choose only 4 questions or 5 questions. Okay, then there may be questions like travel info. What do you mean by travel info? That's giving information about a site, about a tourist destination. If we are having a tour to a tourist place, we can have information from the site or anything, from anywhere. Okay, then here is the travel info. You are asked to write a travel info about a destination, tourist destination. Okay, in that we can have the description, that is we can write how we can reach there, how we can get there, and what will be the site, that is the beautiful sites in that location. Okay, then the cuisine, that is the cooking or the food items. Okay, then that is the things that we should add in the travel info. We can add more things about the destination, about the trip, about the vehicle, how will we get there, is there any transportation, etc., etc. Okay, and then if we are giving any information about the travel destination, that is the tour destination, that is known as travel info. That is asked for 5 marks or 4 marks. Okay, right, you can add this points there. How will you get there, and which are the what sites, beautiful sites that can be seen there, and then the cuisine. What do you mean by cuisine? That is the cooking or food. Okay, cooking style of the then we can mention the if anything special there, anything peculiar there. Okay, that is the travel info. Then comes interview, that we have already discussed, and it should be asked for 5 marks or 4 marks as likely, and you can prepare an interview that we have already discussed. And comes next question. In the anecdote Horegilu, Sudhamurti asked Ratna how she Okay, let us go through the next question. In the anecdote, Haregalu, Sudhamurthy asked Ratna how she could solve the troubles of so many people by just listening to them. Do you think mere listening can solve the problems? Write your opinion in a paragraph. It's a paragraph question and we have to attend it in one page, okay, one full page if it is asked for 5 marks question, okay. If it is asked for 4 marks question, just write half of the page, just write half of the page, okay, that you know very well. And next, imagine you are a lady reporter allowed to report the fighting between amigo brothers. Draft a live TV report. Okay, if we are reporting a live TV report, the reporter is there in the spot and we are lively reporting, and it should be used present tense, simple present tense. I'm here on the side and there assembled a lot of people to see the function or the what is it, fighting between amigo brothers, and according to the question you can answer it well, okay. Use only present tense, okay, that is the most important thing that we have to attend, okay. Then one more thing is there that we can use passive tense there, we can use passive tense there if we are reporting, okay. Then okay, that you can do well. Then comes the next one. The story of amigo brothers is always heartwarming. You want to share your appreciation of the story with your friend in Bengaluru. Draft an email conveying the essence of the story so as to inspire your friend to read it at the earliest. So how can you prepare an email? That you know very well because you are every day you are doing that, okay. Then there you should give the what email address there, your friend's email address, and then just prepare an address and just go through or write the sentences, okay. Okay, that you know very well. The next question, a horegalu is essential in any journey. It's more so when people around us are too busy in their own worlds. You feel that it is necessary to post counselors in schools so that students can reveal their fears and joys to them. Write a letter to the Minister of Education requesting him to take necessary steps in this regard. So we know very well there is two types of letters, that is informal and formal. Okay, so we are asked to write a formal letter, that is an official letter here, that to write a minister. So how can we write it? If we are writing to a friend, that should be friendly letter or informal letter. So first of all, we have to write the address of the sender, the address of the sender first, and then comes date and then salutation, and just start the letter. Okay, that's how we are writing friendly letter. And then comes official letter or formal letter, that you know very well. First of all, we have to give from address, that is the sender's address. Don't write from or to, we just write the address and the start, and then write the date and then to address, that is to the minister, okay. Then next, the subject, or it should be before or after the salutation, okay. You can write the subject either after the salutation or before the salutation, both are correct, okay. Then so after salutation we are telling the things straightly, okay, directly to minister, okay, that you know very well how to make sentences, okay. Then that is how we are making friendly letters or official letters. The next question, Robert Baldwin in The Hour of Truth stands as an epitome of honesty throughout the play. His decisions are never influenced by any financial offers. Prepare a character sketch of Robert Baldwin. This question should be asked for either for 6 mark or 5 mark or 4 marks. Then you can answer it accordingly, right? If it is asked for 4 marks, you can write only one big paragraph, and if it is asked for 5 marks, only a full page, and if it is asked for 6 marks, 1.5 page, okay. Then if you are writing a character sketch, first of all, you have to state in which story or in which lesson the character is involved. Okay, so if it is Robert Baldwin, the central character of the story, The Hour of Truth, or the one act play, The Hour of Truth, written by അങ്ങനെ വെച്ചിട്ട് വേണം. That is the right way to write the character sketch. Okay, then comes okay, I think you are familiar with it. Next question. Okay, given below is a poster displayed at the assembly hall in connection with the International Women's Day celebrations conducted by the Sahrda Club of your school. As the convener of the program, you are asked to give a detailed talk on empowering women, challenges ahead. Prepare the likely speech, taking hints from the poster. And there is given a poster for you, and based on that poster, you can elaborate a good speech. And how will you start a speech? That you know very well. First of all, address the audience, the dignitaries on the dais, or the honorable persons present in the stage. Okay, then just start like that, and then state the contemporary challenges that is faced by women. Okay, that is the nowadays it is most challengeable life of women, and you can share it. Then comes, as the secretary of the anti-narcotics club in your school, you decide to write an article on the dangers of drug abuse to make aware of this growing menace among schoolmates. Prepare the article to be published in your school magazine. Okay, an article. What's an article? That's just a write-up. That's just a write-up, an article that you are discussing the problems. Okay, this what you are asked, the dangers of drug abuse, and you can state the present condition and the side effects of drug abuse, etc. Okay, there is all the facts are given in your textbook itself or our lesson, dangers of drug abuse. Okay, there's no need to explain further. Then okay, that's our last question, and I think almost all the questions are discussed by us, and it will be helpful to you to attend the annual examination. Okay, I'm greeting you all best of luck. Try well and get full marks. Okay, thank you.